Hey y'all, my name's Apple Creator. I make daily personal finance, entrepreneurship, and credit card related videos here on YouTube aimed at high school and college students who are looking to get a head up on their finances. I also host a weekly podcast called Young Smart Money over on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. And today I'm going to share with you guys how with this credit card right here, I was able, if you can see it, it's the Fidelity Visa signature card. I was able to get about $106 in rewards with only spending about $297. Try to keep this video kind of short. Just want to share with you guys the story and how I was able to get that over 35% return on spend. Just did the math before the video, so we got that number there. So yeah, I thought this was a valuable story. And for those of you who are interested in building credit, I think this could be a really interesting way for you to see how to get that increased return on spend. So let's just hop right in. Okay, so first off, when I got this card, it was like, I think I've had this card for like 9 months now. So it was before I was really into the whole building credit thing. Just before I launched my YouTube channel, I believe, is when I got the card. But I didn't really know anything about building credit, so getting this card was kind of a mistake in my opinion in hindsight. The fact that this happened though was actually pretty cool, and I don't regret getting the card anymore. But I think if I would go back in time, I would not have actually gotten this card. But let's just hop right in. So the reason I got this card, the main reason I got this card was, one, I have a Roth IRA with Fidelity. And this card, it earns you 2%. If you're not familiar, the Fidelity Visa signature card earns you a flat 2% cash back for every dollar you spend anywhere, unlimited. So it's like the Citi double cash card, except the cash back that you get from this can be applied directly, or really, if you want to apply it for cash back, it can only be applied to a Fidelity account, whether that be like a Roth IRA, a brokerage account, whatever. So you need to use the money from this for pretty much investing. There's ways to not use it for investing, but I got the card because I'm like, hey, I have Fidelity Roth IRA. I would love to get some extra money added to that, so why not go for this card? So I did that. Got the card, and another reason that I really like the card was because of the sign-up bonus. So and the sign-up bonus is where all this controversy came about and how I actually ended up getting all of this value without actually having to spend. So I'm going to show you guys what sort of the mix-up was with the sign-up bonus and why that sort of turned out the way it did, okay? So let me just share my screen with y'all over here. There we go. Okay, perfect. So if you Google Fidelity Visa signature, you get, this is where the issue was. So when you Google this, you see the first link, it's an ad. It says Fidelity Visa signature $100 bonus offer, okay? So that's what I saw, and this is one of the reasons why I signed up for the card, one of the main reasons actually. So if we click on this, we see the offer. We're going to Fidelity's page. It was an ad. But okay, so 2% cash back, no annual fee. I said that already. But there's a $100 cash back offer after you spend. So this is the $100 in bonus points, which is what you get technically. But if you spend $1,000 within the first 90 days of account opening. So basic sign-up bonus, you get $100 if you spend $1,000 in the first 90 days. So that's great. But what I was actually able to do was to get the sign-up bonus with only spending $297. Now, how did I do that? Well, the first thing is it comes down to the fact that I actually applied for this card through this link right here. Actually, in addition to the $106, that's not actually totally accurate. I would actually say about $181. So I might have to go back and change that in the title, because I just realized I also, from this card, I got 15 free trades with Fidelity with my Roth IRA. So each trade is $5, so that's another $75. So I actually had $181. But going back to this, so the reason why I got this was I didn't apply through the ad link. I applied through the FidelityRewards.com link. So this link down here, through Fidelity's website, the one that's not an ad. Okay, so I went into this link. And when you go into this link, as I learned by spending a couple hours on the phone with Fidelity reps, is when you're on this page, there's actually no reference to that deal that we saw in the ad earlier. So you might bash me in the comments. You might be like, wow, you're so stupid. Why didn't you just apply through the ad? Well, I saw the ad and I just assumed that was like the standard sign-up bonus. Like, I mean, maybe I'm totally off for this, but like, I feel like if you just see this offer, whether that be an ad or not, I just sort of assumed that was like a public offer that anybody could get. When in reality, you kind of had to apply through this link to actually be eligible for it. So I didn't know that, but so I signed up through here. I signed up through this link, got the card, got approved, whatever, got the card in the mail, and I hadn't seen any reference to the deal or to the sign-up bonus rather, that was described here. So I was getting kind of sketched out. I was kind of like, huh, did I just make that up? Because I saw this offer up here at one point, and then it took me a little bit before I actually applied for the card. So I was unsure of myself. I was sort of like, oh, did I misread that? Did I think that was a thing, but it actually wasn't? So I was confused. I didn't actually know if this was a thing or not. I eventually found this link again, and I was like, oh, that's why I thought that, because I found it online. So I found this link, and then I was like, okay, I just want to make sure I'm actually eligible for this. So what I did is I just called the number on the back of my card. I'm not going to show you the thing, but like the number on the back of the card, whatever. Called the number, and I was basically like, hey, blah, 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 here's my name, here's all my information. Am I on track to get this sign-up bonus? That's basically just what I said. I was like, just want to make sure I'm on track to get the sign-up bonus that's on your website, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, you're actually not. And I was like, oh, that's weird, why not? And they're like, oh, we don't know what bonus you're talking about. So I was like, okay, interesting. So I go over to this page again, and I basically just do like a screen capture of this page. I send it over to them, and we went back and forth for a long time. I ended up having to fax them this page too. Like, I didn't even know how to fax, but I had to learn how to fax them a copy of this page and be like, hey, this is on your website. Why am I not eligible for it? And basically, it just came down to the fact that instead of pressing this apply online blue button right here, I had actually gone and made the fatal flaw of going to this page over here and pressing the learn more button. So by pressing the learn more button and going this route, I was actually not eligible for the sign-up bonus. By pressing this blue apply online button rather than the other blue apply online button, I was not eligible for the bonus. So I just kind of thought that was kind of like sketchy on their end, and I was kind of like, why? Like, really? Is that really how we're gonna do this? Like, I see this offer online, and I got this card. One of the main reasons was because of this sign-up bonus. So I'm just kind of like, is that really how we're gonna play Fidelity? Like, I have a lot of respect for Fidelity. I mean, I've had nothing but positive things to say about them. But this experience, I actually dealt mostly with the people who manage their card, which is Elan Financial, E-L-A-N Financial. That was who I spent probably a good 4 hours on the phone throughout the course of a week with Elan Financial. One of the calls went like over 2.5 hours. It was ridiculous, man. So that was crazy. And by the end of it, they kept moving me up to like higher and higher managers, and I was just like telling them, I like wasn't being mean about it. I was just being like, I was just trying to explain to them. I explained to them like what I did, what happened, and just how I thought that I should be eligible for the sign-up bonus, because like I'm doing what they wanted me to. I'm gonna hit the spend because that's what I normally do. And I was just so confused. I was like, what are you guys? Is this for real? Like, so eventually I got up to like the head honcho of like Elan Financial, probably like the CEO or something. No, definitely not the CEO, but like somebody who was like at least 3 rungs up the ladder. And this person, again, I was just telling them what happened, and they weren't going to give me anything. But eventually I did. I talked them into just, I just wanted them to give me, like, make me eligible for the bonus, that when I spent $1,000, I would get it. Like, that's literally all I was asking. I was not asking for anything besides just having this bonus be eligible for my account. That's all I wanted. Like, I didn't want any credit. I didn't want any, like, bonus from, I didn't want anything from them. I was just literally just like, could I please just have this offer applied to my account so that when I spend $1,000 on your card, I will get that $100 bonus. But what ended up happening was that I got up to this woman, and she just was tired of listening to me. Like, I was just like telling her what happened, but she just like she wasn't hearing it. She wasn't gonna give me anything. But then eventually I talked her into she just ended up giving me the entire sign-up bonus. She just credited my account $100 when I'd only had the card for a little under a month, because I was just making sure that I had the bonus. I had the card for a little under a month, and she just credited my account $100. And I was just like, wild. Like, that was the end of my 2.5 hour conversation with them on the phone. So I was feeling pretty accomplished after that, because I was feeling very discouraged that I had to spend 2.5 hours on the phone on a nice, I mean, it was a nice summer day. I was outside walking around and talking to them, but just the fact I was on hold for so long, that the fact that I had to spend that much time on the phone with them, but they did end up giving me the bonus in full, without even having to do the spend. So at that point, I'd only spent a little under $300. So at that point, I stopped spending on the card, because at that point, I wanted to get the Chase Freedom Unlimited to start building up Ultimate Reward points. So that's what I did, and I made a bunch of videos on that as well. But that's sort of my story with the Fidelity Visa Signature card, how I ended up getting the sign-up bonus without having to actually do the spend required. I also, from spending about an hour and a half on hold with Fidelity, they felt bad for me and they ended up giving me the 15 free trades, which is valued at about $75. So that's how I got the other $75. So I just wanted to share this quick story with you guys. If you guys have had a similar experience with a credit card company, let me know down below. If y'all have any questions about my experience or anything, I would love to hear those as well. Just because it was a wild experience. I had not fun, but like it was a time. I'd never spent that much time on hold before, so that was a nice experience for me, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I learned a lot about how credit card companies work. I guess so. It was a nice experience. I learned a lot from it, and I don't regret it at all. I don't regret getting the this card because and then the $6. So the 100 was from the sign up bonus. The 6 was from the $300 that I already spent 2% cash back on that, $6. And then the 75 is from the free trades. So yeah, that's the story. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like down below, and let me know if you want more videos like this, me sharing experiences with y'all that I've had with credit card companies. I would love to share more experience with you guys because I think it can be pretty valuable for y'all if you're looking to get these cards. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And if you made it all the way to the end and you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to smash that subscribe button as well. And yeah, feel free. Also, I've been getting a lot of action on my DMs on Instagram, so if you guys want to shoot me a DM over there, it's Apple Crater Official. Love hearing from y'all, and I get back to all my DMs within the day. So hope to see you guys over there. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and until next time.